energies for this week will be varied, but pretty easy for you to use to your benefit. The waxing crescent moon energies encourage positivity and faith, so even the most steadfast pessimist may be more likely to leap without a net during this phase. Ride this wave of energy as long as you can. Before you know it, it'll be time to look inward and reflect all over again with the next new moon. From January 27th through the 28th, the moon will be in Pisces. You may have more romantic feelings and heightened intuition during this time. You're likely to experience dreamy, mystical moods and might find yourself with a deeper interest in religion and spiritual topics. People will be softer and kinder to one another during this time, and they'll be more likely to speak kind words to others. You'll find you have a deeper understanding of hidden meanings in your life and communication. This will be the time to visit theaters or museums and to do things that touch your soul. The health vulnerabilities during this time include your feet, toes, and immune system. Consider walking less and/or more carefully and wear comfortable shoes. Your body will be more sensitive and the effects of alcohol, drugs, and medications will be more pronounced. Carbs are recommended in moderation during this time. From January 29th through the 31st, the moon will be in Aries. This energy may bring conflict your way. You'll find emotional tension growing during this time as well, and people often become impulsive and short-tempered. It's up to you to practice self-control and limit your exposure to stress. When the moon is in Aries, you'll find your head, brain, ears, eyes, and teeth are more sensitive. Avoid important, difficult, and stressful work and physical strain during this time. Spend more time resting, but watch less television. From February 1st through the 2nd, the moon moves into Taurus. The tension from the previous days will fall away, and people will become more calm, peaceful, and stable. There will be a tendency to slow down their thoughts and actions. This can be irritating to others who are not on that slower path. So take care of your home, run errands, restock supplies, and do routine maintenance during this time. You may also want to postpone any important business. When the moon is in Taurus, your throat, neck, teeth, and thyroid are at risk. Be careful not to strain your throat muscles and avoid any cold or flu infections that you possibly can. This is especially important right now because everyone I know is sick. So try to, wash your hands, keep them away from your face. All of those things that they tell you every year to do during flu season, definitely do them this year. Rose quartz is especially helpful during the waxing crescent moon. Rose quartz will promote love, passion, and harmony and open your heart. It helps things to blossom and will have a positive influence as you start following your dreams. These properties are perfect for this moon phase as it supports you to have confidence in following your dreams as you cross the threshold to begin to manifest your intentions. There are also crystals this week for Candlemas, which is on February 2nd. The first, carnelian, supports fertility and vitality. Moonstone helps with transitions, rebirth, and initiations. Chrysocolla is good for introspection and preparation for emerging from hibernation. Amethyst, which is again the stone for the entire year of 2020, is great for protection of the home. Malachite works on healing, craft work, and transformation, and calcite brings you energy and success in new projects. The herbs that are closely associated with Imbolc are heather, sage, lemon, honey, chamomile, and rose hips. Heather can be used for magic involving maturity, consummation, general luck, love, ritual power, conjuring of ghosts, healing, protection, rainmaking, and water magic. Heather is often worn or carried as a good luck charm. Sage is used to promote wisdom and bring good luck. It builds emotional strength and may help to heal grief. Magically, sage is associated with protection and the granting of wishes. It appears in countless spells of kitchen witchery, especially those stemming from European traditions. Lemon is for purification, love, and blessings. This is why lemon oil is especially wonderful in cleaning products that you make for your home. Honey was a powerful offering to the gods. The hexagonal shape of a typical honeycomb relates to the number 6, a number sacred to Aphrodite or Venus. It is an excellent ingredient to use for manifestation, magic, and work. Chamomile can help create pleasant dreams, improve health and vitality, and banish negativity. I would often add chamomile to sachets and spell work to get rid of negativity. Rose hips are a great source of vitamin C. They attract health and wealth and are great in tea. They are a symbol of prosperity and fertility and protect against nightmares. A sachet prepared with amethyst, rosehip, and chamomile would be a great ward against nightmares, especially for children. Place the herbs and stones in a bag and place the bag under the person's bed. I would personally put the bag between the mattress and the box spring at the head of the bed, right in the middle. Leave it there for about a month. At the end of the month, remove the herbs from the bag and burn them, and then clean the stones and, if necessary, recreate the sachet for the next month. All right, so I have gathered all the stones to make a crystal grid for Imbolc, and I have rose quartz, chrysocolla, malachite, optical calcite, moonstone, carnelian, and amethyst to go in this particular grid. I haven't laid out a specific grid, so we're just going to go kind of free form today. I'm going to start with my malachite, mostly because I really only have one piece of it. I have some other smaller pieces, but I don't really like them as much. And then the chrysocolla, because again, I only have a few pieces of it. And then I have rose quartz, and I think I need some more of that. So one of the things about putting together crystal grids is it's often more about how you feel than it is any particular structure. So I didn't grab quite enough pieces to start with, so we just go back and grab some more. All right, from there, we can pretty much do anything we want. I'm going to go with the calcite. And one of the great things I love about optical calcite is just the structure of the stone looks so pretty to me. That's these square pieces here. And then amethyst. And you know I am a huge amethyst person. It is my birthstone, and so I've always had it in my life. And I really enjoy the energy of it. And hope that you do as well. There we go. And then we'll go with the carnelian. Carnelian's always been one of those stones I just find a little weird. Probably because it works with the root chakra, and I have troubles in that area. And so I feel a little strange about using the carnelian from time to time. And then finally the moonstone, which I've decided to put on the outside because it's that kind of energy. And I need a few more pieces of that as well. I have been collecting stones to do things like this with for years and years. So if you don't have this many pieces of anything, please don't feel like you should. You don't necessarily have to. It's just a matter of I've managed to come up with all these parts and pieces over the years. And I'm a huge rock hound. So there we have a crystal grid that we can use for Imbolc. It includes all of the stones that I discussed in today's show, and I think it came out pretty. There you go. I hope you enjoy this. Thank you. The difference between religion and spirituality is something I've grappled with over the years. Society often wants us to be religious, but I've found over the years that I am not comfortable with many of the mainstream religions. Instead, I identify myself as a spiritual person, someone who believes in a higher power, but one that doesn't fit with the mainstream definition of God. Religion commonly refers to an institution that has a set of organized practices and a belief system shared by and among those who are members of the institution. Beliefs are passed from members to converts and are based on either a formally documented creed or established cultural practices. Religious people are committed to following the guidelines set by their religion. They observe the rites and practices of the faith. These might include attending services on specific days or fasting for certain holidays. On the other hand, spirituality is about your soul and inner self. Many spiritual people find themselves searching for their purpose in life as it aligns with their beliefs and understanding of the universe at large. Being spiritual is a unique experience for every individual. You can be spiritual and still belong to a religious practice, and vice versa. Spirituality is a broader, more abstract concept than religion is. Religion maintains a defined, tangible code of ethics, while spirituality is largely undefinable. However, both methods give people the meaning they need to live happy lives. Often, spiritual people do their own research and find their own paths to faith by trying out different religions or groups of people with similar beliefs. People who adhere to a religious path often do so because others of their religion have said this is how things must be done, and often do not research other paths. I've often felt this was limiting to me. I want to know what works for me, so I had to try out a lot of different practices before I found those that really fed my soul. I found the strictures of many mainstream religions to be too strict for me. The Jews don't honor their women enough. The Christians are too judgmental for me. Even the organized groups within the spiritual community are often too strict for me. I found the infighting and determination that there was one true way to be too much, and so I largely practiced my faith by myself. How do you feel about the difference between religion and spirituality? What paths have you explored, and which have offered to you what feeds your soul? I would love to hear from you, and if you'd like to share a comment wherever you've seen this video, or email me at sharimalin@gmail.com. I would love to hear what you have to say.
Watch my money grow, watch my money grow watch my money grow like a proud parent. Yeah, my money getting old and it's colder than the snow bunny. Happy get money, honey.
Imbolc is the name given to a Celtic festival long celebrated at this transitional time of year. Associated with the fire goddess Bridget, it marks the awakening or quickening of the earth in late winter. Quickening, which means to spring to life, is an archaic term for making a fire burn brighter. It also refers to the stage of pregnancy when a woman first feels the stirrings of life deep within. One of my favorite stories associated with Imbolc weather lore is the dark figure Cailleach. Her tale explains, like the groundhog's shadow, the paradox of good weather on Imbolc being a harbinger of more winter. If Imbolc arrives with foul weather, the Cailleach is fast asleep in her cottage, not gathering firewood, and happy days, winter will soon be over. An old woman crone figure in the Celtic folklore whose familiars were the raven and the owl, the Cailleach represents winter, its terrible stormy weather, but also the wisdom that comes with age and trying experience. Cailleach derives from the Old Irish Cailleach, which means the veiled one. According to lore, if the Cailleach is in a foul mood and intends to make winter last longer, she brings fair weather on Imbolc so she can gather plenty of firewood. However, if Imbolc arrives with foul weather instead, the Cailleach is fast asleep in her cottage, not gathering firewood, and winter will soon be over. On the Isle of Man, she is considered a winter and storm spirit. According to legend, she appears each year on Imbolc in the form of a gigantic black raven carrying sticks in her beak. Personally, the Cailleach is my matron goddess. She is the grandmother, and my ritual for Imbolc is to welcome back the maiden and to allow the grandmother to sleep. If you'd like to see that ritual, please do let me know, and I will share it with you. Some other ways you can celebrate Imbolc: you can set your altar with candles in white or red. You can use incense of chamomile, myrrh, heather, benzoin, vanilla, dragon's blood, or carnation, and decorate the altar with white flowers. You can also have white votive candles within the cauldron and lay your broom upon your altar. The divinities that are associated with Imbolc are Bridget in her maiden aspect and the threefold fire of Bridget. Fire in the forge that shapes and tempers, fire in the cauldron that nourishes and heals, and fire in the head that incites and inspires. At Imbolc, Witches cast for fertility and protection in their lives, and it's also a good time to get your life in order spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So anything that employs those sorts of energies, you can use in your ritual for this holiday. Some other things you may want to do during this time: burn any of the Yule greens that are left over and send winter on its way. You can make a candle wheel, create a sun wheel or Bridget's cross for each room in the house, burn the old ones. The sun wheel represents the wheel of the year, and I've made them from corn husk rings I found in craft stores and attached candle holders to them. A Bridget's cross can be similarly constructed of corn husk, raffia, or straw, and is a squared cross that has equal arm lengths. You can hang a scarf outside on the eve of Imbolc, and Bridget will bless it with healing powers. You can place 3 ears of corn on the door as a symbol of the triple goddess and leave it there until Ostara. Imbolc is a traditional time for witches' dedications, rededications, and initiations. So if you have been considering joining a group or you have been working with a group for the last year, now would be the time to start thinking about when are you going to do your initiation. You can cleanse your sacred space and altar tools with a simple Imbolc broom rite. For simple Imbolc observance, light a white candle and burn sandalwood. You can cleanse the area where you do card readings or scrying with a censer by burning rosemary or vervain and say, "By the power of the smoke, I wash away the negative influences, that this place be cleansed for the lady and her babe." You can make dream pillows for everyone in the family. And on Imbolc Eve, it is customary to leave food and drink out for Bridget: buttered bread, milk, grains, or seeds. Also leave buttered bread in a bowl indoors for the fairies who travel with the Lady of the Greenwood. The next day, dispose of it outside as the essence has been removed. Let this be the traditional time that you make candles for the coming year, infusing them with color, power, herbs, and scent, depending on the magical purpose. Bless candles that you'll be using for rituals throughout the year. And Imbolc is also the traditional time to collect stones for new magic circles and general magic use. You can really celebrate this holiday just about any way you like, and it's one of the favorite ones I had when we did group rituals with children, because they seem to really enjoy the energy of this time of year. If you're looking for suggestions on how to celebrate this holiday, and maybe more than I've offered in this show, please do feel free to reach out to me. You can comment on this video anywhere you've seen it, or you can reach me by email at sharimalin@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to share with you some of the ritual work I have done during this time of year. I've decided today to add a guided meditation to this show. So please, if you're listening to this on the podcast and you're driving, now would be a good time to pull over or hit pause. If you're watching this on the show, please understand that I may open my eyes. You don't have to. In fact, you could probably just leave them closed for the entire length of this guided meditation. All right, so let's start with find a comfortable place to sit and relax. Back as straight and as is comfortable, and put your feet flat on the floor. And then start by taking a few deep breaths. I try to breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth, but if that's not working for you, that's fine. It's not completely working for me right now because I have such a horrible cold. So let's start with let's take a few deep breaths. It's in and out. Let yourself start to relax. Close your eyes if you haven't already done so. And with this next intake of breath, I want you to reach up with your energy out through your crown chakra and into source. So we breathe in. Let your energy reach straight up, all the way up into source. And then as you let the breath out, let your energy reach down through the root chakra and into Mother Earth. So in, we reach up to source. Out and down to Mother Earth. Let's do that one more time. In, reach up to source. Out, down to Mother Earth. Now, when you take your next deep breath in, I want you to see the light of your energy growing brighter. Feel that brighter energy, and then as you let the breath out, let that energy swell and expand around you. So in, we get brighter. Out, we expand. Let your energy Get brighter and expand until you are surrounded by a beautiful ball of energy that is gold and warm and comforting. So in, we're getting brighter. Out, we expand. With each breath, let that energy continue to comfort you and love you. Know that it comes straight from Source as well as from Mother Earth, and that you are in control here. Let's start with your crown chakra and bring energy down again from Source so we can clean, align, and repair that crown chakra. Move on to your third eye chakra and do the same. It's cleaning, aligning, and repairing. Moving on to your throat chakra, let it open, be cleared, aligned, and repaired so you can always speak your truth. Move down into your heart chakra and do the same. Let it open, let it be cleared, aligned, and repaired. Solar plexus chakra. Let it open, align, clear, and repair. Then to your sacral chakra. Open, align, clear, and repair. And finally, your root chakra. Let it open, align, clear, and repair. Now bring the energy up through your root chakra, straight up through all of your chakras, from root to sacral to solar plexus to heart to throat to third eye to crown, and let that clear, aligned energy flow out into your entire energetic field. Let it fill that ball of golden, comforting, loving energy with all of the things that you need and desire in this world. Open yourself to knowing that you are loved, you are enough, you are everything you need to be. Take another deep breath. And see that you are now on a path leading into the woods. It is still a winter path. The trees are bare, the ground is hard. None of the buds have started to reach up through the soil. It is cold and it is dark, but it is not frightening. As you walk forward, you see ahead of you a beautiful small cottage with a thatched roof, sodded over, and smoke curling from the chimney. Walk slowly to that cottage. Step up to the window and look inside. It is warm and inviting and beautiful inside. And on the bed in the corner, the grandmother Kaliak is sleeping. She is ready to take her rest for the rest of the year until the wheel turns back in October for Samhain. Do not disturb her. Instead, wish her well and a long and peaceful sleep. Take a step back from the cottage and follow the path. Notice that as you're walking, it's getting warmer and brighter. The light is growing stronger and stronger with every step you take, and you feel that same warmth and love that you felt when you were surrounded by the golden ball of energy. Step out into a glen in the woods, a meadow where you can see the beginnings of green coming through the hard ground. You see the first shoots of crocuses and daffodils, and you realize that you could almost feel the world waking up. It is in this glen that Bridget awaits you. She is beautiful and young, and you can see that she is pregnant and ready to give birth to the next God and his energies that will help you through the rest of this part of the year. Take her hand as she extends it to you and let her lead you around the glen. As she passes, each bit of greenery grows just a little bit more, blossoms just a little brighter, and warms just a little bit more. By the time you've made the full circle of the glen, you can feel the sun beating down on the back of your neck, and it is warm and wonderful. It is soothing, and she says to you, take pleasure when you can. Enjoy those things that make you smile, and keep moving forward. Your goals are yours to reach. She takes you back to the path through the woods and walks with you and brings with her the greenery that grew in the glen while she walked you around it. Around you, the woods begin to bloom. The leaves begin to come out on the trees. The ferns begin to unfurl, and the flowers and birds return to the land. She stops with you at the Kalyak's cottage, and with her she has brought offerings of milk, honey, and grains. She offers them to you, and you place them on the doorstep for the Kalyak to find. She will have something to sustain her should she wake at some point before winter has completely released its grasp. Around her cottage, the woods have bloomed. There are flowers, there are leaves, there are animals and birds as they look forward to spring and the new energy it brings. Bridget kisses you on the cheek, holds you close for a moment, wishes you well, and releases you to return back to the edge of the woods where you began this journey. Follow the path and see that the life Bridget brought to the woods has followed you now out the path to the edge. As you reach out to the plants, they grow. As you look towards the birds, they take flight. You are now what is making this energy brighter and more expansive. Take a deep breath in. Feel that light grow brighter. Feel the green around you respond. Feel everything that you touch grow and begin to mature. Release that light, that breath, and let that circle of effect expand so that you don't have to touch what's growing. You just have to be near it. Take a deep breath in. And all of those things grow and expand with you. As you step out of the woods, you find yourself at the edge of a beautiful pond. There are lilies and lily pads growing on the top surface. You can see there are little fish inside the water, and it is calm and peaceful and warm. Take a step into the water. Let it wash up over your feet and ankles. Keep moving forward. Let it come up to your knees, over your thighs, past your hips, up to your chest. Let your arms sink into this beautiful warm water and let yourself be buoyed up by it. You are weightless in this water. It takes away every bit of negative thought, every negative energy you might have, washes it all away, and lets you be left with only bright white light, warmth, and love. Let yourself lean back and float on this water and enjoy the feel of it against your flesh. Know that this water will support you, just as the energy from your guides, your angels, the gods and goddesses, every bit of energy you pulled from source will always be with you because you are also source. This water, this energy, all of this is you. It is all within you, and you have the power to make your life be what you want it to be. Don't doubt yourself, because then you are doubting source. And you don't doubt source. I'm sure you don't. When you're ready, walk back to the shallows of the pond and come slowly out of the water. Let the water wash down over you as you step out of it. Let it take away any doubt, any negativity, any horrible things you've said to yourself or about yourself. Let them all wash away. Let it all be left behind as you step out of the water and circle around the pond to head back to this space where we began. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. And when you are ready, come back to the space where you are seated and comfortable. Take another deep breath if you need it. And know that you can listen to this particular meditation, whether it's for Imbolc or not, knowing that it is an excellent way to shed some negativity, to boost your confidence, and to be sure that you know you are capable and able to do whatever it is you desire in your life. I hope you've enjoyed this particular meditation. I know I enjoyed sharing it with you. And if you have any questions, please do reach out to me. Thank you. The 3 cards for this week come from the Crystal Guidance Oracle deck, and I have drawn Amethyst, Fluorite, and Labradorite. These cards ask you to look deep and consider what you can do to make your life more positive and more like you want it to be. Amethyst asks that you trust your intuition and the little inner voice that speaks when you listen. Fluorite wants you to calm your chaotic mind and energy. It will help you push negativity out of your life. And Labradorite asks you to show others the best of who you are and enjoy that part of yourself at every turn.